Thank you all for coming. It's good to see who cares about me. Lets me know what changes I'll need to make to the will. From the looks of it, not many are needed. And as stated in Passengers All the Little Lights, we're born with millions of little lights shining in our hearts, and one lights up every time we feel love. In the hopes of brightening this dark time, even just a little, I wanted to share the lights in my heart. I want to let you know how much I love and appreciate you all. A Long Islander with a relatively happy upbringing, I was slow to start my life's journey, but I found a passion in radio and worked for several stations throughout the years before finally finding a home at the iHeart Network in New York. The satisfaction and joy from putting on a good show for the audience fueled me. I still remember the almost catastrophic days in October of 2039 when Hurricane Thomas ripped through New York. The station pulled everything we had together to keep the station on the air and the public informed, even if that meant 18 to 20-hour days and sleeping in the office for a week. And of course, who could forget the time we taught Dan martial arts and got him to chop a desk in half? Or at least try to. But there's more to life than just work, and I gained many friends over the years, like Anna and Brandon. You helped me grow from an insecure teen to a capable adult. I mean, I remember the first drink I had was because of Brandon. Not wanting to deal with friend and school drama at a party Anna was throwing, he was going to be drinking and told me that night, so was I. So he handed me a rum and coke and that was that. But I didn't have to worry, because he looked after me, and he made sure I had a place to crash on the couch, starting a long-running joke that I would have a designated guest bedroom in their future home, a joke that turned into a reality. And those who know me know how much my family means to me. Whether close or far apart, we did our best to be there for each other when we needed it. Because home wasn't just the house we grew up in, it was wherever we were when the family got together. A sentiment perfectly summed up by one of the first Christmases we had at my sister Bridget's house. Lance and I had moved into Austin together, and it had been a rougher couple years than most. It felt like nothing was going right when one day he stopped me. And he quoted my favorite highway. He said, "December will help me remember the place that my heart calls home. And when my heart is feeling empty and cold, well, there's one place I know that I'm dying to be." And even then, I don't think he realized how right he was. Because seeing my family shifted my perspective. I forgot the stress and the problems. I was reminded of what home was. And Lance, I don't think I could ask for a better husband than you. We traveled the world together, but my favorite place to be was by your side. We created a loving home and raised two fantastic kids and made a lifetime of memories. And I know we've told this story 1,000 times, but I'm going to tell it once more for old time's sake. It was mid-August, and we'd been maybe dating 9 months. We were spending the weekend in the Hamptons with Anna and Brandon. So we were lounging out under the stars. Fire pit crackled beside us. We were chatting, and naturally a lull hits. So all of us are taking in the perfect stillness of that night air. When he grabs my hand and says, "You make me so happy." The moon and stars glinting in his hazel eyes, smiling that beautiful smile of his. He keeps going. "I just want you to know how much I love you." I tell him I never thought someone could make me happy the way you do. And little did we know it at the time, but that was the night both of us started to consider getting married. And to my amazing kids. There's so many things I want to say to you, and I know this is not easy, and I know I wasn't always the best dad on the planet, but know that I was only doing what I thought was best. So please, forgive me. Because raising you two was both the hardest and most fulfilling thing I ever did in my life. I'm so proud of you both, and I just want you to know that I always have, and I always will love you. So there you have it, the lights in my heart. I owe each and every one of you so much, from everyone I've worked with to all of my friends, and to the family I was lucky enough to have. You've given me a life full of meaning, and one greater than I could have ever possibly imagined. I love each and every one of you with every fiber of my being and appreciate you all for having been in my life. But before I go, I'll leave you with the words from my favorite Irish folk song. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night. Enjoy.